I texted in the group chat, but he never responded.
Without us ever talking to him, he's just grown to like dislike us for whatever reason.
And this was 11/6, so he has not replied yet.
When you try to defend child safety to pedophilic related activities or defend people that have done those things, you usually end up falling into that category at the end of the day.
Account error. Member of the SAR community. His age is unknown. Many people suggest he is in his early or mid-20s, with one user stating he is supposedly 27 years old. He has involved himself in numerous acts, such as sexual misconduct with minors, stalking, harassment, and attempts of manipulating sensitive information. I made a document which details all of these events, interviewing the people that were involved and using the evidence that has been provided as well as recovered. This video will summarize these events, while adding some updates in regards to what happened after release of this document, along with the updates on the Neosmith document. If you wish to see the entire details, I suggest you check the document. Around June and July of 2024, the user Nexoria made a video exposing the streamer Shape10 for allowing sexual content in his Discord server that had plenty of underage users. This topic is long and complicated, but we're gonna focus on one aspect only, Account Error's role. After Nexoria uploaded this video, Account Error gave his thoughts on his Twitch stream, the highlights of which are uploaded in one of his YouTube channels. In these highlights, he condemned Nexoria's actions for showing the underage users involved in the situation and stating that he has revealed their private information as well as harming their privacy. That said, however, Account Error ignored the evidence that Nexoria provided in regards to Shaved allowing and encouraging sexual content around these minors, while also showing Nexoria's Steam profiles data with the intent to encourage harassment towards Nexoria. Nexoria was 16 years old at the moment this happened, which means Account Error has leaked private data of a minor while also encouraging harassment towards this minor. Nexoria and more users, one of them being Encrypt, had tried to communicate with Account Error to try and understand why he has done these actions. Account Error simply ignored them and continued to harass Nexoria and his group.
He tried to make a video defending Shave Throne. He was trying to flip it back on us instead of looking at the fact that this person, or was Shave, was having pornography distributed in his server without any sort of moderation to try and stop it.
I just, I never really got it because he never addressed the child safety concerns in his server. He never addressed any of that. He just tried to throw the most pointless accusations on my name.
I never even knew who this guy was, and then he decides to start sharing my personal, not my personal, but all my handles for Discord or he leaked my friend's Steam accounts. He was just showing this all on stream without a care in the world.
I tried to get in contact with him because I wanted to voice call him, right? And explain to him a lot of the stuff he said in the video wasn't true. Why are you taking this side? Why aren't you addressing the child safety concerns? I ended up making a group chat with him and telling him, and he completely ignored me. He didn't even mess with the group chat. He didn't do anything. And then a bit later, he made another video and he showed the group chat that I added him in.
Nexoria is not done. They're not done. They're basically still around, right? Nexoria is back like the usual after this, right? See, Nexoria is right here, right? Hey, when you're online, I like to voice chat about your video. You got a lot of stuff wrong or downright lied, right? Nexoria is back in business, man. He's back.
And he was like, "Oh, Nexoria's trying to add me, guys." So that just made me more confused because he showed proof that he saw me trying to contact him, but then he just wouldn't talk to me at all.
Really, the only times I can think about that I tried to interact with him was the group chats to try and talk to him about why he was defending Shave Throne. Or the other time it was asking, it was something in his chat, and I'm pretty sure I was asking why he was defending Shave, and then I got banned right after. And I haven't been able to talk in this guy's chat for a long time.
My stance on a lot of this stuff is when you try to defend child safety to pedophilic related activities or defend people that have done those things, you usually end up falling into that category at the end of the day. He made a 2-hour video and he didn't even talk once about the child safety issues.
To this day, this campaign of harassment continues.
Nexoria is back in business, man. I'm telling you. So yeah, here's the people in here, by the way. Suchi is also a friend. That's kind of crazy. Suchi is actually a backstabber at this point.
It is unknown as to why account error took such actions. After talking with multiple users and digging into the information that I have available, nothing explains these decisions. Account error never interacted with Shaped nor Nexoria before. This was an impulsive act, with the excuse of protecting the underage users that were involved, while also ignoring and invalidating the information that was showed of these underage users being victims of abuse.
RS seems to be the resurrection of Nexoria, basically. The resurrection of Nexoria is real, man.
From late 2024 to early 2025, SAR had two clans that became popular, those being Apex and Ace, with members such as Scuttlebutt, Sayets, Mandy, and Bonnie Overlord. One of Apex's previous members had a grudge with the group, in which Sayets, myself, took offense. This situation led to the event of the Apex vs Ace 4v4, where Ace won 3-0. The members of Ace joked about the situation, while me, Sayets, in my fragile mental state after the recent death of my grandma, lashed out on them, mainly on Mandy. I insulted him and used racial slurs, and left angered and ashamed of the results. Eventually, I apologized to Mandy for my stupid and impulsive actions, which he accepted, and slowly we became friends. This part is essential to what's coming, so keep that in mind. When I insulted Mandy, one of the users that witnessed the events was a SAR player, a notorious player that has gotten himself involved in multiple issues related to harassing as many people as he could.
Easy, man!
She's cracked. She's level 2000.
Brother, like, I respect the hustle, man, but I'm gonna have to kick two of you guys.
No, kick Bazzy Bunny and the other nigger. Oh no, Rookie SAR that played on PlayStation is dropping on me. I'm so scared. God fucking damn it! I'm fucking reporting you getting name locked, stupid shit!
The SAR player took screenshots of the messages I sent and shared them to account error. On the 2nd of March of 2025, me, Sayets, I decided to open Twitch late at night, only to see a SAR player was streaming. Out of curiosity, I decided to take a look into the stream, only to see him and another user named sgal04 make fun of my friend Shepard Killer's boyfriend, who has passed away. Me and Shepard got infuriated and decided to harass a SAR player for these comments. Account error quickly joined the stream and banned both of us, and proceeded to share the screenshots of my messages to the people I talked to, while saying our SAR player did nothing wrong. You'd expect account error to side with Mandy considering the events that happened, but surprisingly enough, that wasn't the case.
They're friends with you in Discord. They're friends with you. I don't know. Then remove them. Then remove the. It's not that hard. Just remove them. You have a really huge DMs list that you talk to so many people, including Chase, dude. Including Chase, the one who hangs out in the Ace server clan.
Account error will also express hatred towards Mandy, harassing him, labeling him a toxic player that wants to harm the community, telling his friends to stop talking to him, and even using his first legal name when referring to him instead of his username.
Including Chase.
When Mandy was notified about account error's comment, he tried to reach out to account error on his stream, only to see that he was already banned before being even able to interact with him. Mandy then would attempt to reach out via Discord, only to be ignored again. To this day, account error continues to harass and lie about Mandy, just as he does with Nexoria. Have you ever interacted with account error?
I remember it was a long time ago, but I did join in his Twitch chat. I don't even remember what I said, but I don't think it was anything like, I think it was just a hi or something. After that, I joined his stream like actual months later and found out I'd been banned, so then I DM him trying to interact with him. I say, yo, why'd I get banned? Or something like that. I think it's on my old account, so I can't check. But I know for a fact I didn't get a response. He doesn't respond to me or anyone else that I know.
They are doing recently, what I'm noticing is that they're social engineering their way through it. They are social engineering everything. Like, I'm not even kidding, from what it seems like. I mean, it's like, what is the goal, really? I mean, there's nothing behind it, really. I see a motive behind it, and it's it's what fuels the ego. You know what I mean?
I don't really understand what I did. If he means just me getting known and all that, I'm not even really that known on top of it. I just post videos and I win tournaments every now and then people grew to know me. There is really no climbing. It's not like I mean, I got CC, but I don't even really count that. The requirements for CC aren't hard at all, actually. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. YouTube is just a consistent 200 views, and for Twitch, you need 9 viewers consistently. That can't be the hardest thing. I wouldn't call it social engineering. I mean, I wanted to make some friends, and I've made those friends, so anybody else who talks about me is kind of on the outside. It just kind of seems like at this point he just wants somebody in our group to do something bad so he can talk about it.
It is unclear why a counter will have this level of hate towards Mandy, considering the fact that he was target of Sayed's harassment in the Apex vs Ace fight. From the information that I've been able to find, his only reasons to hate Mandy is for being a competitive SAR player that stood out for his achievements.
I just post videos and I win tournaments every now and then people grew to know me.
As for a SAR player, however, a counterrole expressed no issues towards him, despite the fact a SAR player became known for targeting streamers, harassing other users, as well as causing infighting among many members.
Well, he got banned from the clan. We kicked SAR player from the clan. From what I recall, he was acting pretty racist and, lying to keep up beef, just saying, oh yeah, this guy said this about you, and he was trying to start stuff with people and, sit on the sidelines and watch. Like, say, for example, you could have you and some random player, he'd go to you and say, this player said, oh yeah, this guy said you fucking, he said you sucked. He said you sucked at the game. You should go talk to him about it. And, he'd just sit and watch, and that's what he liked to try to do. It's either that or he'd just sling around slurs that involved race and lied about his own. I don't understand what's so good about him as to why the counter is friends with him. Doesn't really make sense, because if he should be against anybody, I feel like it'd be him, since he's the one who's actually done things.
All the labels that a counter would use against Mandy could be applied to a SAR player, yet a counter would remain friends with him, while also harassing Mandy. It is unclear to everyone as to why this is the case. Even with the information gathered, this doesn't make sense. Currently, a SAR player has abandoned the community after being rejected by everyone for his impulsive behavior.
How do I die there?
Despite ignoring the people that he disliked, a counteror would obsessively stalk those same people, recording them, taking screenshots of everything he could, blaming them for anything, and even recording the webcams of some of them to use on his own stream with intent of harassing them. So, this is a counteror server. Let's see how many times has he talked about Nexoria, despite the fact that Nexoria is no longer in the community. Nexoria came back to stream Snipe Shape Throne. I'm at turn off V1 for the time being. I'll turn it back in a week or two. Internet fluctuation is getting pretty weird lately. It's either of these reasons. Nexoria's group, ex-group members attacking the ISP constantly. SVR switches tomorrow, start stream. Yeah, here's the date. There you go. We had the most largest SAR vs Rebellion matches ever. I wonder if Nexoria group is behind the DDoS attacks.
And now that the match ended, it went back to normal. What? Nexoria is placing a curse on me, chat. We gotta punch them for it. We gotta punch them in the head. Gosh dang it! All right.
And another stream. We're just going to SAR vs Rebellion once again. Keep grinding. We just talk about Nexoria's Discord account actually getting deleted. Here you go. Here you go. Even on his own server. To this day, as I'm writing the script, Account Error keeps taking screenshots and storing as much information that he can about other users such as Encrypt, Nexoria, Mandy, Sayets, and even Nox, a competitive South American SAR player who has nothing to do with all of these events. Even on his server, we can observe that he displays an extreme level of obsession towards Nexoria. One of the streamer's Account Error will stalk is Metro902, a streamer with a notorious reputation for his toxic behavior. Having said this, however, I'd still like for Metro902 to receive respect in this situation, as one thing is throwing insults over a game, and another is to actively stalk and invade someone's privacy to publicly harass them to an audience. This action shouldn't be excused, as no normal person will go out of their way to do these things. Account Error recorded hours of footage of Metro's webcam and edited pictures of him for his own stream with the intent to harass him for entertainment. When Metro was notified about this, he tried to reach out to Account Error to ask why he was doing these things. Account Error refused to talk with him and instead blocked him. Soon after this, Account Error's Twitch stream received a temporary ban for breaking the TOS guidelines. The other streamers Account Error will harass are Slumming, a streamer known for his unhinged behavior, and Shepherd Killer, a SAR player known for his impulsive anger. While there's still footage of Account Error using Metro's and Slumming faces on stream, there isn't one for Shepherd Killer. I, Sayets, the writer and producer of this video, remember Shepard's face being used. However, I don't have the evidence, as Account Error has purposely deleted the videos that prove this. Account Error will justify his actions by saying that both Metro and Slumming are smokers, but don't use a smoker tag on their Twitch streams. As for Shepherd Killer, that isn't known to me. If I had to guess, it's for Shepard harassing a SAR player, after a SAR player made fun of his dead boyfriend.
What?
Nah, bro, go ahead.
Bro can't like him young?
No, who?
Account Error appears to be severely moralistic, having criticized and harassed Nexoria for showing the underage users that were in Shapetron's server, calling out Sayets for his impulsive behavior on the Ace vs Apex day and for harassing a SAR player, and having stalked and harassed Metro and Slumming for both being smokers. However, if you paid attention to these events, then you have noticed the hypocrisy in these, stalking Metro and Slumming, protecting a SAR player while harassing Sayets and Mandy, and, worst of all, harassing Nexoria for quote-unquote harming minors, while ignoring the evidence he provided about Shapetron allowing explicit content being shared among them. It was never clear to me why Account Error ignores Nexoria's evidence, but after researching about him, as well as interacting with the people close to him, it became clear to me.
Doesn't really make sense, because if he should be against anybody, I feel like it'd be him, since he's the one who's actually done things.
When you try to defend child safety to pedophilic related activities or defend people that have done those things, you usually end up falling into that category at the end of the day.
Player on SAR, not to be confused with a SAR player, is a 15-year-old SAR player who exhibits impulsive and inappropriate behavior and is friends with Account Error. On June 1st of 2025, a DN group was made in Discord, which involved the users Mandy, Player on SAR, Cotton Candy Weirdo, and Sayets. In this group, Player exhibited impulsive, sexist, and sexual behavior, making comments against Cotton and sharing sexual content.
Hello?
Bro, you
What?
Bro, if I get 7 more kills with the minigun, I get the white minigun.
This
Sweet,
is
dude.
what you don't let kids have.
Shut the fuck up, Cotton. Go back to that kitchen. Make my grilled cheese
He's
sandwich.
look, he's literally just softballed if he was black. Softballed and fastball into one, bro. He hates women, he's scared of them because he's still at that age. Give him like a year and he's gonna love every single girl that he meets online. I'm telling you. I think it's sad seeing people like this. That's why I'm scared. I'm scared whenever he sends some shit. I remember that one time he sent me that furry porn as his wallpaper, dog.
Oh no.
Like if I told people, yo, bro, this nigga just sent me furry porn, bro. I know for a fact ain't nobody in here believing me.
I'm gonna send some more furry porn.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
No. You're 14. You shouldn't be looking at that.
Where is SAR porn at?
Oh my
The what?
fucking dude.
Oh, you got a photo with this, bro?
I got like 9 photos.
Oh, you bugging. I just heard a Discord ping. What was that? Say it ain't so. Oh, it was. Okay.
Just said
Bro.
furry porn.
That's crazy.
That's my current wallpaper.
All right, so
This is the one that you
he's
found
disowned.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
No,
he's
please.
disowned.
The two
No, I'm
people?
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
okay, so
sorry.
he's
Regard and
disowned.
stuff like that, and the
I will
cowboy
never
hat.
send that again.
No, let's never send furry porn again. Let's never send porn to anybody again. You know what I mean? I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, chat, we're done
I
here,
like
man.
Wait, can I show y'all
No,
No,
I don't want to
no.
see anything.
go kart things?
No.
No.
This may be kind of a big pull here, but I felt kind of terrible whenever I spoke to him. He was a very sexist person. Kind of made me uncomfortable, but
This is where you don't let kids have
Shut the fuck up, Cotton. Go back to that kitchen.
my
Make
God.
my grilled cheese.
because I remember the pictures that he sent. He sent it from I think like Super Animal Royale, just porn. It was really weird. He proceeded to change his background to that as well.
I just heard a Discord ping. What was that? Say it ain't so. Oh, it was. Okay.
Just said
Bro.
furry porn.
And then also sent a picture of that. So yes, I do remember that. And he'd constantly tell me to shut up, constantly tell me to suck his dick, which I'm pretty sure he was 14. And he just made really weird comments saying like, "Oh, Cotton, shut up, go make me a sandwich." Just like really sexist and just sex jokes basically. So
What?
Nah, bro, go ahead.
Bro can't like him young?
No, who?
Everyone in the group disapproved of player's action, to which player would leap and post concerning messages. On November 5th of 2025, player joined account error stream at 4 hours, 54 minutes and 39 seconds into the stream. In this stream, player will openly make sex jokes and even flirt with account error. Account error never stopped nor discouraged player from making such comments. If anything, he went along with those.
On that one S person. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. I mean Z person. Z person. Sorry. Wait, hold on. It was Z. Going to sleep. Man, my brain is shutting down so hard. Holy moly, dude.
I, Sayed, the writer and producer of this video, firmly believe that account error behaves this way not only with player who is a minor, but with anyone that he likes, both adults and underage users. The reason why I'm throwing such severe accusation against him is not only for his openly sexual behavior with player on SAR, who, I repeat, is a minor, but with also 3 other users, Raptexis, Forza Nerd, and an anonymous user who wanted to remain unknown to protect their identity. After the document was shared among the community, Raptexis, a friend of account error, reached out to me to tell me his experience with account error. After the document was shared among the community, Raptexis, a friend of account error, reached out to me to tell me his experience with account error. Raptexis showed to me how account error will flirt frequently and make sexual comments with him, comments which I won't show to respect Raptexis' privacy, as well as the fact that these are severely embarrassing. Raptexis expressed multiple times that he'd reject account error's advances, which account error would ignore and continue making sexual comments towards him, even suggesting that they should become boyfriends numerous times. There's unfortunately no evidence, as account error has deleted all of his messages with Raptexis after he was confronted by him after reading the document. The anonymous user, who I will refer to as F2 as I did in the document, is another user who account error has been romantically and sexually obsessed with, and has even stalked and invaded their privacy. F2 states that they're already engaged with another user and isn't interested in account error. Account error, however, would openly fantasize with F2 on stream, attempting to flirt with them and even making sexual comments on stream to them. Despite this obsession towards them, account error shows little to no respect towards F2, invading their privacy, as well as dead naming them, the act of calling a person by the birth name or other former forename, which can be severely hurtful to non-binary or transgender people. Unfortunately, most of the evidence is now gone, as account error has deleted most of it, leaving only few messages with F2, and some of the evidence that could be used could reveal F2's identity. I made a promise to F2 to keep their identity anonymous, and as such, I won't use the evidence out of respect. As for Forza Nerd, They're a 15-year-old SAR streamer, who we will get into later, as he requires his own section. Neosmith was a SAR player who became known for his sexual behavior and the extreme harassment he did against Andrea Corp, Manycorp, and other users. The users, Saturn Bells and Sayets, made a document exposing Neosmith behavior to protect the community from a sexual and obsessive predator. One chapter in this document details a secret chat that was part of the SAR Scream Society server, also known as SSS, a competitive SAR server that would later become a private group. The users in SSS would post dark jokes that left many in the server uncomfortable, which led to the creation of Unhinged General, a secret chat where only few members were able to interact with a purpose to contain the dark humor that was frequent in SSS, that later led to the creation of the SAR Syndicate. Despite having a +18 tag in the channel, the chat was never for sexual content, as many in the servers were minors and sexual content of any form was strictly prohibited. Despite making this clear in the document, account terror took a screenshot of this document and used it out of context in an attempt to harass Encrypt, the founder of SSS, and Sayets, suggesting that they exposed minors to explicit content and how this document should never be seen by anyone. The user, Stolz, who was friends with account terror at the time and a member of SSS, shared with me, Sayets, what account terror tried to do with my document regarding Neosmith. In my anger, I made a video about this, calling account terror for being a manipulator and obsessive liar, for attempting to twist a document that was made to protect the community against me, for attempting to silence Andrea Corp, who was one of the victims of the extreme harassment Neosmith has done against her, and for attempting to protect a predator. Stolz attempted to reach out to account terror about this, in an attempt to get me and him to talk things out. Account terror, in response, blocked Stolz and removed him from his groups, along with deleting all of his messages with him. If you have noticed, account terror has deleted all of his messages with many of the people he has interacted with, not only with one person, but with everyone. Raptexis, a close friend of his, F2, a person who account terror is deeply in love with, and Stolz, someone who he used to be friends with. This is an important and key element for the next chapter, which is what led to the creation of the document and video.
See you, Goyo. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm gonna raid out to Umbra Cuticus, because why not?
Umbra Cuticus.
Umbra
Booty Kiss.
Okay, I'm gonna snooze my ads.
Thank you, man.
Take a shot. Okay, who's live on SAR? There's not many people live on SAR. There's Hugh. Should not be named. Wolfie. I'm rating Umbra.
Wait, who shall not be named?
Huh?
Who shall not be named?
I'll tell you later. Alright, everyone. We're rating.
No.
Forsanert is a 15-year-old SAR Twitch streamer who disappeared between June 6th of 2025 until September 14th of 2025. The reason of his disappearance was unknown until I, Sayets, managed to talk with him. Forsanert has told me that him and account terror used to be friends for more than a year, and they have interacted together multiple times, done collaboration streams together, and can even be seen when account terror made his video harassing Exodia. Forsanert states that around March of 2025 is when account terror became creepy with him and made inappropriate comments. These comments involve asking Forsanert to send his nudes, asking Forsanert to send him videos of himself masturbating, sending Forsanert pictures of himself on feminine clothing, suggesting that he'd look good on them, and even making plans to meet in person to engage in sexual acts. I want to remind the viewer that Forsanert is a 15-year-old teenager, and account terror is a grown man in his 20s, with one user stating that he is 27 years old. Forzaner was stressed about all of this, as he considered Account Terror his friend and didn't know what to do with these creepy messages, until his parents found out. This is when his parents kept him away from the internet entirely for months, which explains his disappearance. Me and Forzaner have attempted to dig these messages for evidence. Unfortunately, Forzaner only uses the Steam's message app to communicate with others, and due to the way Steam stores messages with others, saving them only for up to 2 weeks before automatically deleting them, these messages have been lost completely. If the viewer believes there isn't enough evidence to conduct this case, I want to remind them of the previous events that have been mentioned. Account Terror's impulsive sexual behavior with Raptexis, F2, and player on SAR, the last one being a minor, as well as deleting all of his messages with Raptexis, F2, and stalls. What Forzaner details also matches with what others have described about Account Terror, clearing any doubt that there is about Account Terror as a person. Account Terror pretends none of this happened, and if you attempt to bring this up to him, you will be blocked automatically. Raptexis was brought up in the document due to him making a list of the people that supported me, calling out Account Terror for being a manipulator. After the release of the document, Raptexis came to me to apologize, as he wasn't fully aware of the situation, and told me more details about Account Terror as a person. Even for what Raptexis tried to do, I believe he should be forgiven, as he admitted guilt, showed that he's willing to change, and reached out to me to talk things together. So please, I ask of you, the viewer, to not treat him like a villain, but as someone who wasn't fully aware of the events. As for Neosmith, he's been gone from the community since the release of the document, and Bersaken has ended his relationship with Neosmith. Bersaken states that he was blinded by love, and genuinely wanted to help Neosmith improve, but Neosmith on the other hand wasn't interested in that, and instead only wanted to use him. Despite what I wrote in the document, the fact that Bersa has admitted his mistakes and has changed after breaking up with Neosmith, I believe he should be forgiven as well. I can relate to him on the part about being blinded by love, as I have also made bad decisions in the past as well. And the fact that he wants to improve shows that he deserves to be forgiven. I will update both documents after some time to make this clear, but for now, I want to leave this here in this video, as I know many more people will see this than read the document. As for Account Terror, after the release of the document, his interaction with the SAR community has gone down the drain. Having been banned from multiple servers and rejected by many, he became a pariah for his own predatory actions. He made no efforts to defend himself, and I don't think he will, or can. From what we can gather from these events is that Account Terror is not a normal person, as no normal person would have done all of the things that he did. Sexual harassment towards minors, harassment, stalking, manipulation of sensitive information, among many other things. And what disturbs me the most is that even with everything that I researched, there's no explanation. There's no reason as to why he would harass Nexoria like he did, nor any explanation as to why he hates Mandy, nor explanation to anything of what he did. He just did it out of his own will. And that's what disturbs me the most. And I feel this might be somewhat of a tangent, but I feel I have to talk about this, is that we are a furry community, and furries to this day are still looked down upon for being freaks. And the thing about us is that this game also allows people over 13 years old, and we have people that are 14, 15, 16, and we, on top of that, we are a furry community. We need to have decency. We have to discourage this type of predatory and sexual behavior. We have to discourage that. We need to have decency, because we cannot behave like this when with minors in our community. Otherwise, we're just gonna be a joke and looked down upon. And we cannot let stuff like this happen. We need to be better. I care too much about this game. That's the thing. And we need to improve, because we cannot just I just want this to be a decent community instead of furry weirdos. That's all I have to say. See ya.